Oh! Hello there. Great to see you. So good to be seen by you. Jiveside Music Instruction is where you found yourself. My name is Forrest, and my hope is to help. And hopefully, my help will be helpful. And what is this helpfulness I'm discussing? It is the helpfulness and the hopefulness in helping you feed your mind so your voice will follow full. Simple sub. God, I can't. Just try it again, Forrest. You wonderful person. You caring musician that I have to deal with. Yo! How are ya? How you been? It's your friend, Forrest. This is Jiveside Music Instruction, where the only hope here is help. And I'm hopeful that this help is helpful. And the help I hope to seek for you, and for me, and for everybody, is to feed your mind so that your voice will follow. Because you only can be you, be you, be you. So be the best you can be too. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? I think you can. So, the whole idea is fun. They don't call it play for nothing now, do they? So welcome to Jiveside Music Instruction. Been a long time coming. How you been? Great to see you again, my friend. We are going to discuss the body, because that's what we do in our reindeer games, in our time together. We organize our playing, and I hope that you organize your practice, your playing, your what have you, by picking up the thing, first and foremost. Second of all, you gotta put your hands on it. What better way to just start playing than to break it down to the most simple aspects of what manipulating the instrument is, which is fretting it and strumming it, picking it. First of all, this is coordination building. Second of all, this is muscle memory building. Third of all, this is where your speed's gonna come from. Fourth of all, this is just a good way to start making music. Once you start playing, it's hard to stop playing. And what better way to start playing than to not debate what you're gonna play? So, with the body, we're simply just doing finger exercises, right? And we've done several variations, and I hope you've come up with variations on your own while you've been playing with friends out on the town or all alone. And this episode is not going to be too dissimilar from others, because it's joy in repetition, right? Repetition's everything. Without repetition, you know what happens? The world stops spinning. And if the world stops spinning, gravity stops working. And if gravity stops working, well, we wouldn't be able to be impressed by twerking now, would we? No. So, we're just going to go through some finger exercises, and I want you to run with it. Take it into your own hands, take it into your own minds, take it into your own voices, and this is just one man's way of helping you help yourself, help your neighbors hear you get better, and also maybe make the world a better place. Who knows? The sky is the limit when it comes to imagination, and even then, we imagine things way beyond the sky. So dig it. We are going to do the following variation today. Instead of doing our 1, 2, 3, 4 across the 6 strings, or 1, 3, 2, 4, or 1, 2, 4, 3. And moving up half steps, call and responding by changing direction and going up a half step. For example, what we have done in the past if you are just joining us now. This is just 1, 2, 3, 4 of the fingers. They each own their own little property. And then we go up a half step, reverse direction. So playing an instrument oftentimes, especially with guitar, especially with piano, especially with drums, is that you are doing the same exact motions with your hands and your limbs, but you are relocating where that activity is happening. Pretty simple. Same motion and coordination it takes to do this is the exact same coordination and technical happenings to make this happen. Just in a different part of the guitar. Literally in a different space and place. So we are going to go across our strings today, but we're going to make 2 different shapes. Now remember, these are not chromatic scales. These could be called chromatic exercises because we're going to be playing all 12 of the tones over and over and over again. But we are not doing them in any specific order of the notes. We're just doing them in specific shapes on the instrument and patterns with our fingers. So, you ready? Plug on in. Pick up the guitar. Doesn't even have to be in tune, but it's always way better when it's in tune. But trust me, I understand. Tuning the thing is the worst part about enjoying this thing. But once it's in tune, it's like Waylon Jennings said, the only 2 things in life worth living are guitars tuned and fine feeling women. Rest in peace, Waylon. So we are going to play 1st fret, 1st finger on the low E string. Our next note is going to be our middle finger on our A string, 2nd fret. 3rd finger, 3rd fret, D string. 4th finger, 4th fret, G string. Now we have done a similar exercise to this, but we haven't done we haven't added this part to it, which is staying on the same string that we just played our pinky on. We're gonna switch the shape. So we're gonna go across 4 strings like this, and then we're gonna go across those same 4 strings in descending string order like this. Then we are going to change strings, do the same thing, and then we're going to go up a half step and keep repeating. So this is going to force, obviously, all these exercises force your right hand to understand how far away all the strings are from one another. Helps you with your picking accuracy, your picking consistency, but also your fingers. In your left hand, they're going to learn where all the strings are, and this is just going to challenge them a little bit more than staying on the same string. Really important to try is to try to press as you play, rather than holding the strings down. Obviously, this is a technique that you can do, but we want to really develop our fingers to get out of the way, but to not fly off the fretboard. So anyway, enough talk, more rock. 1, 2, look to the pictures over my left shoulder and switch strings. Try to alternate your picking in your right hand. Up a half step, change direction. Now, these are awesome exercises to do while you're watching TV, watching the news. And you can do these several times a day. You know, you don't have to do an hour of this. In fact, 10 minutes here and there will make a huge difference across the feel of your hands on the instrument. want to extend the same kind of thinking to physical health, you don't have to go to the gym for 4 hours a day to have a decent build and a decent shape. If you're doing 0 push-ups or sit-ups as it is, don't you think doing 10 a day would make a huge difference pretty quick, especially over time? And even if you only stick with 10 push-ups, sit-ups during that time, your technique is going to improve. You're going to engage the right muscles better. You're also going to be able to multitask a little bit better. You know, maybe you'll dictate a paper while you're doing your 10 push-ups. Or, with guitar, maybe you'll start to sing and talk at the same time. I mean, who knows? Sky's the limit when it comes to imagination, but then again, we've imagined things way beyond. So, how much you want to dig? How deep you want to go down? That's all up to you. Let's keep it going. For those of you who are having no problems with this, let's hit each string twice. Each note twice, sorry. Really important always to try to never let your right hand stop. Left hand has to catch up. The right hand is really good for setting your rhythm, even when you make a mistake. Your feel, your tone, it's all connected. So let's do just two more patterns of this, but we're going to change our pattern a little. We're going to change our rhythm a little bit. So we're still at our quarter pulse that we've developed over these last few moments, but we're going to change it a little bit, like this. Okay, we're going to use a little bit of muting. Right hand is going to touch the strings just a little bit. Left hand is going to squeeze and relax just a little bit. Cool? Give this a try. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't worry about mistakes. Unavoidable. Cool? Let's try one more with a similar kind of idea. Instead of doing it just like we did, we're gonna do what we did, but we're gonna add in open strings. I know I can speak, but it's been a while since we've spoken like this. Bear with me. It's okay to make mistakes, right? As long as the content's compelling, your audience will be willing. I don't know. Less talk, more rock. So we're gonna play open strings after each fretted string. For example, what this is going to force you to have to do is to really work some string control. So your left hand can help by just touching but not putting pressure on the strings once they're not being played, and your right hand as well could touch those strings with the palm of your hand, top of your edge of your thumb, but mostly down here, blade of your hand. Yeah! You know, where Steven Seagal would pop somebody in the nose back when he still struck fear in the hearts of others. So let's try this. Dun, 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 dun. So we're syncopated. We're syncopating by the 8th note. That's how we are playing our quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch strings, same hand position. Switch strings, keep hand position. Up a half step, reverse direction. Again, while you're watching your at least your second episode in a row, if you're not used to multitasking productive things while you're watching like Stranger Things 2. But when you're in, your second episode in a row, pick up the guitar and just do all the cardio, do all the boring stuff. That's actually not that boring once you do it, especially if you've got some entertainment in front of you. But it's the stuff that's gonna make all the difference when you play with others and play the songs that you like to play. If you don't believe me, at least try it first. But then again, if you've heard other things, count yourself lucky. The more teachers you have, the more you have to think about. Both right and wrong. Not everybody's right, but there is truth out there. But the more things you have to think about, the more theories you have to test, I think you're in a better place to find your own truth, right? Who doesn't want that? Especially if you're making music. And no matter what, put some style into it, right? Last one. So take that.
Run with it.
Dave Mustaine of Megadeth has an exercise similar to this, which I'll just mention briefly. We may or may not do it in a future episode, but it's where we take 5 chords, which is what we're going to be talking about in our Mind episode coming up, that and double stops. Stay tuned. And we'll be using those power chords, those double stops, for our Reason Why episode, so definitely tune in. But it's doing 5 chords, aka the power chord, across the neck using all 4 fingers and doing it chromatically. He calls it the spider. Now, when you get towards those high-pitched strings, that's not a 5 chord. That's not a 5 chord, but this is, and this is. It's just a matter of the shape. He's a freak when he does it, though. If that's him, and we are not. And that's a good thing, a bad thing, it's not anything. It's just an individual thing. Am I right or am I wrong? So, I hope you had some fun. Hope you feel like you learned some new ways to work on coordinating your hands. Patting your head, rubbing your belly, which is what playing guitar is all about. So, I want to wish you well, and I want to wish you a lot of noise making, and I hope that I see you again real soon. Look out for the next episode, The Mind. And then we'll put those concepts together, jam on the spirit, and then we talk about the reason why. Again, my name is Forrest. Jiveside Music Instruction is our place of meeting. I wish you much, and I wish you well. Peace.